so it is Saturday morning. We are still at the hospital. Adri's temperature was low for most of the day yesterday, and then she took a nap from like 4:30 to 7:30. And when she woke up, like her temperature was like 98.2 and 98.6 all day. And she woke up from her nap and it was back up to 103. So then she was all upset. She cried for like an hour. She just had to take all of her medicines. She was so upset. And then she calmed down and started feeling a little bit better. And we had dinner. And then she finally fell asleep around 1 a.m. So I turned off the TV and everything. And I crawled in bed over here with him. And then at like 5 in the morning, I woke up and she had sat up on her bed and was crying. And I said, well, honey, it's okay. Mommy, I'll come to your bed in a minute. And she laid back down and I kind of fell back asleep. Well, like 20 minutes later, I woke up to her nurse saying, oh, you pulled your IV out in your sleep. So there was blood all over the pad that was on the bed, but it wasn't on her. Her hand wasn't bleeding anymore. It wasn't on her gown or her. So it had already dried up. And the nurse said that she had just checked on her and she was sound asleep. And she hasn't messed with it the whole time she's here. She never does. So yeah, somehow in her sleep, she pulled her IV out. But then they said that since she was doing better, like as long as she ate and drank today at breakfast, they probably wouldn't have to put it back in. So they didn't put it back in. She had like half of a bagel, half of an orange, a couple bites of cereal, and she's had apple juice, orange juice, and chocolate milk. And she's been coloring. We were laying over here coloring and watching videos on the hospital tablet, and she fell asleep. So I'm hoping that she doesn't wake up warm like yesterday. It is 10:25 and we're just basically waiting for the doctor to see if she can go home or not. But since she's going to the bathroom and eating and drinking and not running a fever, I'm hoping that she's going home. And our family doctor came in yesterday and asked us about if we were all on the flu shot, like my mom, my stepdad, Jay, and I, because we were all here with her. And none of us were, so he called in Tamiflu for all of us. And we all called to get our prescriptions, and then Rite Aid called my mom and said that they didn't have any at either of their locations and for her to call around. So that made me want to call Meyer. So I called Meyer and they had one box left, which I don't take pills anyway. So I said, well, can we go ahead and get those now? So they said they gave their last box to Jay, and then they had liquid form, which is what I take because I'm a sissy. And she said to call back at like 1 o'clock because there was a truck coming in, but they didn't know if there was going to be any on the truck. So we called back at 1, and they had gotten 1 in. So we asked if they could transfer that to Rite Aid for my mom, because my mom, 2 Rite Aids didn't have it, CVS didn't have it, the Walgreens here at the hospital didn't have it, and I forget where else. There were 6 pharmacies. It's kind of loud. I'm trying to talk. He makes more noise than anybody. She's trying to sleep and he's digging in candy. Anyway, there are 6 pharmacies that were completely out of it. So they said that, and then last night when Mom went home, because she didn't stay here last night, my stepdad came up and went and got us dinner, and then Jay and Adri and I stayed here. But when my mom got home, she read in the Lima News, that's where we are, is in Lima, Ohio, that the influenza was like a total outbreak or whatever. Like, I forget the technical terms, but basically should be the end of flu season, and ours is just like really hit hard. And if all these pharmacies are out, like I feel bad for people that can't get it. So me and Adri are taking our liquid form, and my mom, my stepdad, and Jay are taking the pill form. I guess it won't stop you from it. I mean, it can prevent you from getting the flu, but it's supposed to lessen the symptoms and make them shorter. So if you do get the flu, it won't be as bad, it won't be as long. Because our doctor said, I'm telling you right now, you do not want this. It's worse for adults than for kids. So, and I started feeling like crap yesterday. I keep coughing and having like rattling in my chest. Jay doesn't feel the best. My stepdad started feeling kind of crappy last night. So hopefully this stuff works, because it's $157 for a 5-day supply, and that's how long you have to take it. And since I got liquid form, I had to have 3 bottles, and my insurance would only cover 2. So I just said, just give me the 2 bottles. And they said, well, it won't be completely fully effective without the 3rd. I'm like, well, we don't have that for 2 of us to get it. Well, Jay's ended up being like $26 after his insurance. And my mom's ended up being like $137, which is only like $20 difference from the actual price if you don't have insurance. Like I said, mine would only cover 2 of the 3 bottles. But And I wasn't sure how big the pills would be to know if I could take them or not. And it turns out they're pretty small capsules, so I probably could have, but I wouldn't have been able to get them because nobody had them anyway. So yeah, we're just hanging out and waiting. I'm just letting her take a nap. I need to see if she's warm. Sweet little thing. I was hoping they wouldn't have to put her IV back in. I know, sweetie pie. Look at that face. Sweetheart. She actually feels kind of sweaty, but she doesn't feel hot. But she's just in her gown because she had an accident in her bed, and I just put a pad down and I wasn't worried about getting her dressed, because if they come in a half hour and say we can go, then I'm going to get her fully dressed. But yeah, so she's definitely feeling better. She was coloring and playing with her sticker book. My sweet little babe. So hopefully this will be our last update from the hospital. I'm hoping. I'm pretty sure we're going to go home. She doesn't have a fever. She's eating and drinking. She's going to the bathroom, even without the IV. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be going home. He went, I don't know where, so I should go ahead and steal this bed because I'm so tired. They come in here every hour at least. They have to every hour, and sometimes they come in between just to check up on her and check her pulse and just make sure she's not starting to run a fever. So yeah, it's been a long couple nights. But yeah, this is my update. Thank you so much for all of the comments and prayers and hugs and love that you guys send me. It's like, it all makes me cry. You guys are freaking awesome. I have amazing subscribers, and like my friends on Facebook have all been wanting updates, so I've been updating them, and just the outpour of love when your little kid is sick just means the world. So thank you guys so much, and hopefully the next time you see her, it'll be at our home. She keeps telling me she misses our house so much, and she misses our couch and her bed and her toys and everything. So yeah, thanks again, guys. I thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're not subscribed if you want to see how it turns out, and I will see you in my next video, hopefully at home.